بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله ومن صار على نهجه إلى يوم الدين. اللهم صل وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله ومن صار على نهجه إلى يوم الدين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد. As many of us have heard recently, in parts of Europe they have banned the niqab, such as countries such as France, Belgium, and the discussion is also taking place in the UK as to whether they will ban the niqab or not. And this highlights the animosity these people have for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is not just exclusive to the non-Muslim countries. This is also happening as we speak in the Muslim countries, such as Tunisia, where they have banned the hijab, and Turkey, where they have banned the hijab in schools and public places. Public schools and public places and governmental buildings. And many of you may have heard the fatwa regarding the niqab, the banning of the niqab upon the premises of Al-Azhar University. And this sheds much light upon our time that we live in. And this is an actualization of the words of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he said, فَإِنَّ مِنْ وَرَائِكُمْ أَيَّامٍ الصَّبْرُ فِيهِ مِثْلَ قَبْضٍ عَلَى الْجَمْرِ. Where the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in the hadith, reporting Tirmidhi and Abu Dawood, Abu Tha'laba, he states that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, there will come a time where being patient in that time is like holding on to a coal. Is like holding on to a coal. So we live in a time where we're holding on to Islam, true Islam, the Islam according to the earliest generations. We live in a time where it's proving to be difficult. Being a Muslim, a muwahhid, a true monotheist, a believer in the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the sunnah of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, according to the Salaf, according to the understanding of the Salaf, is proving to be challenging. And the famous hadith that many of us may be aware of, where the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam states, Inna al-Islam بدأ غريبا وسيعود غريبا فطوبى للغرباء. And in another narration, بدأ الإسلام غريبا وسيعود غريبا كما بدأ فطوبى للغرباء. Islam began as something strange and will return once again as something strange. So طوبى for the strangers. طوبى for the strangers, as the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam states. And the word طوبى comes from the word طيب, which means pleasure and delight. The word Tuba comes from the word Tib, which means delight and pleasure. So the Prophet ﷺ is giving glad tidings to those who will be seen in the time as strangers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He uses the word Tuba in the Quran as well. He says, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ طُوبَى لَهُمْ وَحُسْنُ مَآبٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, those who have believed and done righteous deeds, a good state is theirs and a good return. Also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about this Ghurabaa, this strangeness, where He says in the Quran, فَلَوْلَا كَانَ مِنَ الْقُرُونِ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ أُولُو بَقِيَّةٍ يَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْفَسَادِ فِي الْأَرْضِ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا مِمَّنْ أَنْجَيْنَا مِنْهُمْ وَاتَّبَعَ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مَا أُتْرِفُوا فِيهِ وَكَانُوا مُجْرِمِينَ. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, so why were there not among the generations before you those of enduring discrimination, forbidding corruption on earth, except a few of those we saved from among them? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِلَّا قَلِيلًا مِمَّنْ أَنْجَيْنَا مِنْهُمْ, except a small group which Allah Azza wa Jalla, He says He saved. But those who wronged pursued what luxury they were given therein, and they were criminals. So Islam began as something strange, as the Prophet ﷺ stated, بَدَأَ الْإِسْلَامُ غَرِيبًا بَدَأَ الْإِسْلَامُ غَرِيبًا. This deen, its beginning, was the time of the Sabiqun al-Awwalun, from the earliest generation, from the earliest companions of the Prophet ﷺ. They were the Sabiqun al-Awwalun, those who were the foremost in accepting Islam. The hardships they endured, the torture, the persecution, the extradition from the Sahaba such as Khutbah bin Arab, Mus'ab bin Umair, Bilal radiallahu anhu, and so on, Sumayya, Yasir. We all know these stories of the earliest companions. This was the beginning of the greatest religion. This was the beginning of al-Islam. As the Prophet ﷺ also states when he was asked about the Ghurabaa, who are they? He ﷺ said, هُمَ النُّزَّعَ مِنَ الْقَبَائِلِ. They are the ones who are turned away. They are the ones who were separated from the qaba'il, from the tribes in the earliest generation. Why? Because if you look into the stories of Mus'ab bin Umair radiallahu anhu, who his mum made him a prisoner, and Bilal radiallahu anhu, and so on. If you look at the example of these companions, you will see that they were separated from their people. When you read the story of Mus'ab bin Umair radiallahu anhu, he was from the most affluent of people. He was from the most affluent of people. He was always well dressed before al-Islam. He would always have perfume on. He would always be smelling nice, that the women of Medina, they would line up and queue up to display themselves for Mus'ab bin Umair. But when he became a Muslim, he gave everything he had for Islam. He gave all his money for al-Islam. He gave all his time for al-Islam. And when he became Muslim, they saw him and they used to say to him, Subhanallah, look at the change. The change you have gone through from before al-Islam to now. He was not the same Mus'ab bin Umair radiallahu anhu. He was a different man. And these are the people that their love for al-Islam allowed them to migrate. This Ghurabaa, they went to a foreign land, to a foreign country, Medina. Al-Islam, this was the beginning of Islam. بَدَأَ الْإِسْلَامُ غَرِيبًا. It was built upon the shoulders of the greatest people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose this generation to build al-Islam upon. And we should ask ourselves, subhanallah, why did Allah Azza wa Jalla not choose us? We were not chosen for al-Islam to be built upon. And the answer to this question isn't very hard.